So now let's go through some of the navigation of a student organization portal on BlueSync. So right now we're on an intern training portal, which is what we use as an example for this tutorial. So on this page, the first thing you'll see is a feed, which will feature new updates or any new information that's being posted by the organization for their members to see, whether it's a new event or any photos or anything that's being posted by the organization for their members to see will end up right here. Right next to the feed tab is the profile tab. Clicking on this will bring up some information about the student organization. If you scroll down, you can find a little description right here of the organization, some basic stuff such as their website. And once you get further down, you can start to find some of the contact information of executive officers who are associated with the organization. So you can find the president's name, their email, as well as the treasurer's name and email, and the faculty advisor. So right up top here, you'll find the modules under this top toolbar. There's the home button, which will take you back to the home page of the portal page at any time. And then there's the people module. Clicking on this will bring up a list of all people who are associated with this organization on BlueSync. You'll find that right here is a list of all the people who are members of this organization. And if you ever like to invite somebody to join this organization, you can go over here to invite people. Go ahead and click this page and it'll take you to the invite screen. And all you do is type in their email addresses. And you can type in multiple email addresses as long as you separate them with a comma. So for example, put in my email address as well as another person's email address at uwc.edu, just separate them with a comma. You get on here and you can click submit. And once you do, it'll send an invite through email for them to join this organization. And as soon as they go ahead and accept it, they'll automatically be put into this people list. Going back to the people module, if you go to the list of people, you can go ahead and click on someone's name and it'll pull up all their information. And you can go ahead and send them messages as well as just finding out some basic information about them, such as their contact info, a little bit about them, as well as what position they have with the organization. Right next to the people module, we have the events module. Here's where you can find events that are being posted by the student organizations around campus. The events that are listed here are going to be be posted by the Activities Development and Leadership offices. And if you ever want to create an event for your organization to see, there's a green button right here where you can do so. The same goes for all these different modules, where if you ever want to add or create something to add to the module, there's always going to be a green button. So for example, in the files module, there's an add a file button right here, colored in green. So just like in the events module, you can go ahead and click create an event. And it'll just kind of walk you through step by step of all the different fields that are required in order to create the event, such as the name, the category, the start time and end time. And remember, any field that's labeled with the required symbol next to it is going to be required for you to fill out, or else you won't be able to create the event. So let's just say, for example, we're going to be having an intern meeting. Go ahead and do that. It's going to be an executive board meeting. Start time, well, let's just say it's going to be May 20th at 3:15, and it will end May 20th at 4 o'clock. Then you can put in the location as well as a small description of the event. If you keep scrolling down, you can add an image to the event as well. And here's where you can start getting into the permission side of it. You can check who can all RSVP, as well as who can see the list of people who have already RSVP'd. And you can also set who is able to view this event, whether it's open to the public or open to just UW Eau Claire students, or just open to those who are involved with the portal. And once you're done with all that, you can go ahead and create an event. And there it is right there. You'll see all the details about it. And if you want to start inviting people to join this event, you can just go ahead and click the big green button right here, invite, and go ahead and just type in or select each of the people that you want to invite from your organization. And if you go back to the events, you'll see that it pops up here, the new event that you just created. So after the events module, we go to the forms and files module. Both of these modules are very useful for you because this is where you can find different files and forms that are uploaded by the Activities Involvement and Leadership offices. And most of the important files that you're going to need to function as an organization, such as renewal forms or signing up for Blues Organizations Bash, anything like that, is going to be posted right here for you to access. If you were interested in signing up for, say, Blue Go Organizations Bash, and you were told to be referred, and you were referred to OrgSync, or excuse me, BlueSync, to sign up for it, you would find those applications for that right here. You can see each of these folders will have the necessary files you need, and you can go ahead. Let's just go to a funding folder, and this will include all the documents that you need and for you to access and download. And again, a lot of the important files that you're going to need for your organization to function, such as files for renewing, as well as applying for segregated fee funding, anything like that is going to be posted right here for you. And again, if you ever want to add a file for yourself or your organization to see, you can go ahead to add a file on the big green button right here. And then you can just choose a file from your disk drive. And you can go ahead and upload it down here. So let's go back. Then next to your files, you have your forms module. What a form is kind of like an online survey, or pretty much just like an online form that you can fill out on BlueSync. And again, this is where most of the applications for, say, Blues Organizations Bash or segregated fee funding applications are usually located. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I want to sign up for Blues Organizations Bash for next fall of 2015. I will click on it, and it includes a small little description of what the form is. And once that's all good to go, I can go ahead and begin form at the bottom. And I can go ahead and fill in all the little spaces that are required of me to fill out. So I'm just going to say intern training portal as the organization name. What category your organization fits under. So let's just say I fit under academic, contact person for correspondence, as well as their email, phone number. And then you can go ahead and click continue. And then once you're all done with that, you can click finish. And then once you do so, it'll send your request over to the forms module, or I'm sorry, to the OrgSync staff for them to review and approve for you. And as long as you're in good standing and you're an official recognized org on campus, you'll be good to go unless contacted otherwise by the Activities Involvement and Leadership offices. But again, going back to the forms module, this is where you're usually referred to when you need to apply for segregated fee funding or any sort of student org events. So you can find them all right here. And there's a little search bar up here for you to type in if you're looking for a specific thing. So let's say I'm looking for segregated fee funding. Let's say segregated fee. And there it pops up right there for me. And again, if you ever want to create your own form, you can go to create a form right here in the big green button. And this will walk you through creating a form for yourself. Pretty simple. Then next to that, you have your news module. This is going to include news that's being posted by student organizations around campus. And again, if you ever want to create your own news posting, just go ahead to the big green button, create news post. And again, it'll walk you through all the little sections that you need to for each event. Then after that, you have your more module, which will consist of various modules that you can use, such as your photos, discussions, bookmarks, pages, involvement, anything like that for you to use from your BlueSync portal.